Alright, good morning everyone. Good morning, good morning. So with another topic. Alright, so right now I have it as, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to have all of this on it, so I might have to change it. But right now I have written down: your eyes can hear, your ears can smell, your nose can taste, and your mouth can see. Okay, all your senses. Alright, if you didn't look at my last video, due to how everything was this weekend or this week when I was from here, my throat and stuff, I did a lot of talking, so bear with me, okay? I'm gonna keep talking till I can't talk, and then I'm gonna do sign language after that. I'm gonna figure it out, okay? Maybe I just do this, put stuff. Oh, that's not what I should do. Type it and then post it. Okay, all right. How I came to this topic, I was I'm gonna be honest, I was in the bathroom and I was looking around, and so like I tell you, my abilities can go in and out, and I'm realizing it's not so much going in and out. It's like I'm starting to realize more and more I'm picking to choose when to use it and when not to. That's really what it is. It's like they there, but I kind of just pretend like they ain't there sometimes. So I was in the bathroom and I was looking, and I stayed still for a second, and I slowed my breathing down. I slowed the words down in my head, and once I did that, I started seeing vibrations. Okay, so vibrations is not so much a wavelengths, right? It's like little orbs. Like, let me give you an example. Give me a second. Can't see everything. Give me a second. Now, everybody might be different, okay? But I'm going to show you the best way I can explain it. Alright? As always, I tell y'all, pretend my videos are live. I'm going to try to show it to you the best way I can explain it. And I'm a visual person, so once I get myself situated, y'all gonna start noticing when I do videos, I'm like a scientist. You know how like scientists, the old school, well, not old school, but I'm a hands-on person. So eventually y'all gonna start seeing me have like little gadgets and gadgets around me to demonstrate. So like not the science guy, I think that's who it was, he used to do that. So you see how like the bubbles, I wish I had the other ones, like mini ones. So y'all can see it. It's like that, but picture a bunch of them. That's how I see it. I'm gonna do it one more time. Can't try and get it all everywhere. Okay, so you see the bubbles, right? Now picture all of those bubbles. Let me see if I can do it this way. Give me a second. Alright, you see all those tiny bubbles? And you see them like in my hand, little bubbles. Alright, if y'all ever like see a cluster of bubbles, that's how it looks to me. Everybody could be different. Some people see colors, multiple colors. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. But I'm telling you what it looked like at this point. No different than when I talk about angels. There are different variations of angels. There's different variations of vibrations. Some are like waves. Some are like heartbeat signs when you at the hospital and dun 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 like that. Then you also have circles. What else? Waves. So it's like you got them like that. And you have it like this. Frequency clusters. Okay. So you got that. I mean, excuse my handwriting. So these just a few. So right now this is what I see. Hold on. I am not about to call nobody. Back up, pump your brakes. Don't do that. Okay. Alright. This is what I see right now. So when I see things, I see it like this. Now one way you might be like, that's chaotic, right? You're like, that's chaotic. Oh, another way. Sometimes you can see it like this, these, this. There are way more than that. It's a lot. Okay. The reason why, let's just use this. The reason why a lot of people are having issues of discernment and issues of trying to figure things out is because y'all see all of these at one time. Because you see all of them at one time, it looks like a solid item. This is solid, but actually is one of these. Okay? So, reason why y'all can't figure things out and everything looks solid around you is because you're seeing all of these at one time. That's how you get this. A solid item. When you get to the point of knowing the difference, then this will become one of these. And you can tell its frequency. Now, this is the other part. It's about alignment. Alright. You are going to use all of these at one time. You are. One represents, I'm just randomly, okay? Because everyone's different. This could be my eyes. That could be my mouth. That could be my nose. That could be my ears. And 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'm missing? Let me just start. So I'm going to just start over with random. So ears, eyes, nose, mouth. What am I missing? Ears, eyes, nose, mouth. Taste is the other one. Yeah, mouth got 2 parts to it. I'm having a moment, but bear with me. But yeah, so when you become in alignment, all of this looks like this. All right, everything's different. But right now, you're not in alignment. So this is what you see. Confusion. You see that little hole right there? That's your eye. Because that's all you can focus on. That's all y'all really using. You're not using your other senses. When you're using your other senses, you're only using it when it comes to a solid item. When you're tasting something, when you're hearing something, that means when you're focusing on what somebody else saying, something going on or whatever. You only use it for when you acknowledge it. So say for example, if you over like somebody holding a conversation and you trying to eavesdrop, you can focus on that. Because now you separated one of the items to bring it to a solid thing. You hear that? Correct. Solid. No different you seeing it. No different. Don't drink this, okay? But if you taste it, all right. But you have to take all of this and bring it to this. And it's easier than what you think. Alright? So, if you're still with me. Alright, your eyes can hear. Why do people always say eye contact? Because when a person is talking, right, and you looking in their face, looking at them, you actually watching their lips, the mouth move. Right? When you look in there, you still actually looking at their mouth. So now because you actually looking at them straight ahead, right? Tunnel vision, you only see what's in front. Well, you're only going to focus on what's moving, right? 9 times 10 is the mouth. Now, you might see the eyes twitch. But that's small compared to what the bigger picture is moving. Your eyes focus on what it sees moving the most. No different than when you're watching a TV show, right? Pretend I'm the TV show. Did anybody ever notice the blue light on the side? Do you notice the fan in the back? Do you ever notice the picture at the top? Do you notice that? Do you notice this blanket? See, it's not moving. That's the background. That's your extras. You never pay attention to that. You only pay attention to what you see move the most, which is the mouth. So again, that's how you can hear. Because you actually paying attention to a vibration. And because you're paying attention to that vibration, now you know what the words that's coming out is lining up with the words that you hear. So that's why when people are talking and people be like, pay attention to me, I need eye contact, it's because now you're so focused on the words, you hear everything. You're not just hearing, you're listening. You're not just hearing, because I can hear everything you say and ain't paying no attention to nothing you're saying. But now I'm listening because you got my focus. So everything, like in rush hour, do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? How can you understand it if you can't see it? Okay. Next, your ears can smell. How the heck can your ears smell? Close your eyes. Alright? It's dead now, but it was a flower. Okay, the flower that I had in one of my videos, I had it in my hair, but it died. However, it's a flower. Okay, if you close your eyes, right, and you're by a bunch of flowers, right? What if somebody, so say for example, if somebody was doing a surprise for you, right? Someone doing a surprise, and they say, okay, we're gonna cover your eyes, right? And out of nowhere, when you walking, you smell something, right? But how can you smell something? How will you know that it's there? Yeah, you can smell certain things, but how can you confirm it? Because of your ears. Your ears can hear the vibration of a flower. It can hear it because it has a soul attached. It's a energy, and not so much like a soul, but an energy. You can hear the energy from it. So when you're around, it's no different than like the trees. How do you know there's trees? Trees have smell. Just because you hear movement, how you know it's a tree? Because you can smell the smell of it, but how can you confirm it? Because you got used to the frequencies of it as well. Okay? So, when you hear somebody another way, how many times somebody be like, man, I'm supposed to be making such and such dish, like spaghetti. What if spaghetti was your favorite dish? And somebody like, man, I'm making spaghetti. Out of nowhere, you can be like, man, I feel like I can smell that. Right? How can you smell something that how can you smell something that ain't in the room? Because you heard it. Your ears are attached to a memory of what something smells like. No different than how many times we get to the next part. Your nose can taste. How many times you hear a person be like, man, that person smell bad. They smell like they pooped on themselves, or they smell like a certain animal. You understand? How is that possible? Like, you can taste it. How can you taste it in your mouth? You never tasted that animal before. I know somebody did a number 2. You never tasted it. How can you taste it? Because you can hear it. Because you can hear what it is. And then because your eyes can hear and your ears can smell, that's how your nose is able to taste. So it look like you're using your different vibrations. Okay, that's how you're able. Like one time, I smelled some detergent. I had smelled it one day, and the next day I was doing something, and I was eating something some weeks later. And I was like, dang, why it tastes like that detergent? Hold on, how can it taste like the detergent? I never tasted the detergent, but I smelled the detergent. And because I remember hearing about the detergent, that's how I can taste the detergent. Okay? And the last one is your mouth can see. Your mouth is a vibration, right? Have you ever watched some? You heard everything I said. Your mouth can see. Because your mouth can see what is coming out. Your mouth is a vibration. And even if you close your eyes, you can feel it. So even if a person is around you, they can't see, they can feel the words that's coming out. Right? So even though I was talking, there's no volume, but you heard everything I said. Lip reading. You heard everything I said. Because now you equate my voice to what you heard. You can actually hear me. Okay? I hope that all that makes sense. I might just go back deeper into it another time. So, have you ever heard like Alvin and the Chipmunks, right? And you know how like when they turn the songs on, it gets really high pitch, like high pitch. And if you ever heard, I know back in the day they can make songs like those chop and screw and make them go real slow like that. And you got the well, you notice how when the Alvin Chipmunks, when you hear it, they very high pitched. But do you know that they are talking super fast? Technically, you can't hear them because they're talking that fast. But because you understand the frequencies, you know how to slow it down enough to understand the words they're saying in a high pitch. No different than when a person talk real slow. You can understand what they're saying by elevating the pitch. Okay? So, it brings me to another part. Do you think you can really hear animals talk? Yes, you can. Because when dogs, cats, or whatever, the higher the pitch it is, you got to control your vibrations and you can understand what they're saying. No different than as low. You have to control those vibrations, and when you start controlling them, you actually can understand what your pets are saying. Have you noticed, ain't it amazing that they know what you're saying, but you can't understand what they're saying? It's because they know the pitches. They understand what you're saying. Okay? What you're saying. So, they know that their eyes can hear. Okay? Their eyes can hear. They know that their ears can smell. Think about it. When y'all say food, what do dog ears do? Pop up. Don't they? Correct. Cats, all of them. Your nose can taste. Why do dogs go around and that's how they find you? Because they know what you taste like. That's why they chew on your items. When they chew on items, yes, in one sense, it's like they're destroying something. But it is because they tasting you. Not because of a vicious thing. It's because it's another form of love. Ain't no different than my kids, or I do it to my kids. Sometimes I sniff on my kids. Okay? Every person done it. No different when a baby, like when a newborn baby, like they say newborn baby smell, it's like you can taste them. Now, I'm not talking about go eat somebody now. Not that stuff that they do over there. Okay? They won't leave them over there. Alright? But that's what happens. And then your mouth can see. How many of y'all have pets that are going blind? Right? But they can hear when you talk, they jump up. Right? And they know where you at. And I know, but their ears. When for animals, their eye and ears go out at the same time. That's how they program. Their eyes and ears go out at the same time. Their mouth is the only thing that's really fully operating. Everyone's different. That's how your vibrations work. That's why now a lot of people are starting to notice that they can understand what their animals are doing, because you're starting to get to the point you're noticing what the different frequencies are for. You're catching on to the frequencies. No different than a doggy whistle, right? When it gets super high pitched to a point where a person can't hear it, they can. That's like, some animals, they can tell when a person is sick because they can taste you. And what I say, your nose. When they come up, they can smell when you're about to have an episode, when you're about to pass out. They can smell when there's a disease on you because they know what you taste like. And when they smell you and they like, that don't smell like them, something's off. That I don't remember that smell. I don't remember that smell. That ain't right. Or hold up, because your body changes. So whenever you have like an epilepsy or something moment, or cancer, there's a smell to it, and they can smell it. No different than that high pitch and that whistle that you can't hear. They can smell it, so they can taste that. My owner don't taste the same no more. That's how they know. If you notice how your pets get up underneath you sometimes, it's like your emotions. Have you ever noticed that you can be looking like you happy, but out of nowhere your animal come up and want to be pet, and you thinking like, get away. Why you like, I got too much going on right now. I got too much. You being worrisome, go get him, go get in your bed, go in your kennel, they can see your eyes, they can hear the frustration. Their mouth can see the frustration. So they come to you to try to relax you. They thinking, if I can get their focus off of this, maybe I can get them to focus on one of these. So when your pets come up underneath you, and I know some pets are just super attached, but when they come up beneath you, no different than kids. Kids the same way. Sometimes when kids come up underneath you and they just want hugs, random hugs and stuff, it's because they can hear, taste, see, however, that something's off. The frequencies in the room. Remember I told you this is what I see? Frequency in the room's changed. And when the frequency in the room changed, I know something's not right. Just like them. But if you notice something, don't this look similar to like the clouds outside? The clouds. The clouds. The clouds. The clouds. The clouds. Whenever the clouds move different ways. And then when there's a storm, they all came together. So I wonder, is that Mother Earth kind of telling you, hey, y'all going through something right now and I can feel you? Have you noticed that random storms come in random places? How some places The storms, like they don't even get storms like that, and out of nowhere they have a historic storm somewhere. Cause I don't like Mother Earth knowing in y'all area, y'all losing it. I need y'all to focus. Everything ties together. No different than the trees and the flowers. No different than your crops. The community is a whole. So if y'all having like a lot of droughts or really bad storms, it's because the collective of the energy in that area is chaotic. That's why. If y'all getting like a lot of rain, majority of the people in y'all community looks like this. It goes off the collective in the area. Y'all get signs everywhere on what's really going on. No different than certain places have bad storms out of nowhere. The collective changed. You are a product of your environment. No matter if you're hanging with somebody or not. The collective decides the movement. So if we start focusing on our senses the right way, we can all know what vibration we on. And when we know how to work with the vibration we on, then we know how to work together. Have you ever went to like a auction and that person be like, ain't it amazing how y'all know what the numbers are? And he talking, yeah, that's sold, that's sold. So the question that I have for you is this: how come y'all walking around like this when y'all telling on yourselves that y'all really understand this? It's one of those things of we know what we want to know, so we're gonna act like we confused to everyone else. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.